I am loving it. I'm loving
stuff,
it.
isn't it?
Yeah,
It's very good.
It is gripping.
The moment that we just saw there was the moment that's kind of opened up all of these questions now, because we should set up a bit of the background for anybody that hasn't seen it. So you play Mona, and in the initial episode, her brother is killed by a group of men in Pakistan.
Right.
Your nephew Danny has also disappeared. The police are investigating. She feels like all of her family are under investigation, including herself. She's gone to Pakistan to identify the body. She finds Danny because she has a tip-off. The authorities follow her there, and it's there where she gets shot. And so now we have all of these questions.
That's right. She goes off to Pakistan to bring her brother's body back.
Yeah.
But then she secretly wanders off to meet her nephew. And the police are looking for him because he's under suspicion. And when she meets her nephew, unfortunately, the police who've been following her think that she's in some sort of trouble, so they end up shooting her.
Well, I mean, that started in the UK because the family were under very close scrutiny.
They're a very close-knit family, very loving, very warm, and their lives are completely turned upside down when they discover that a younger member of their family is, you know, supposedly involved in being radicalised.
Well, Kareem, the brother, I mean,
Yes.
this was not, I'm going to say not just murder, but I mean, this was public execution, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Initially, they're told that he's been abducted, and then, sadly, she sees the horrendous video of him being brutally murdered.
Yeah.
And suddenly you see this very warm, close-knit, very loving family. Their lives are completely turned upside down.
All at the party, there's a big party to welcome
And Mona is the matriarch of the family, and so she feels so responsible for the whole family. And because her brother's son is now alone, she feels that she's got to prove, you know, fight tooth and nail for his innocence.
And this is a very timely story, and you say, actually, that, you know, radicalisation is not really something that people like to talk about.
Yeah, it's a very taboo subject.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to discuss it, but the sad reality is, you know, terrorism is something that affects each one of us in Britain today. And although the drama doesn't really heavily focus on terrorism or radicalisation, it kind of just shines a light on it. I would say it's really more about a family and what happens to this wonderful family when, you know, its youngest member is suspected of it, how it sort of just tears them apart.
Well, she feels very, almost responsible for her family, doesn't she? And that's quite very emotional with that.
Absolutely, and I think you ask yourself when you watch it, you know, how far would you go